Hey everyone, Avudakuri coming out at you. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to my thoughts today. I'm here to kind of answer the question, what have I been doing for the last 18 months? Everyone asks me that question, my friends, my family. And to be honest, I've been struggling with remote meetings just like everyone else. I started off last year thinking that I could make this work, but I came to the realization I absolutely hate remote meetings. They suck. They're exhausting, they're draining, they're tiring, and I can't wait to get away from them. So here's my evolution of how my remote meetings changed. I just wanted to share this with you. March 2020, basically I'm in Toronto with the strictest lockdown in the G7, and by May, I needed something different. I wanted to try and see if I can engage with my customers, and I went into what I call my beach phase. What's the beach phase, you ask? Well, I thought it would be as simple as changing all my virtual backgrounds out, making it look like I'm in the palm trees were going. I can wear my Hawaiian shirts, and you know what? We can have a lot of fun. I'll throw out some virtual beers, and maybe I can go ahead and make it interesting for my customers. Guess what? It got boring really fast, and unfortunately I had to go back to the drawing board. Coming into June of 2020, I had to really dig deep, and I tried to figure out what would be the next cool thing. And I went into my Star Wars mode. Oh geez, I don't know if you all remember this, but all my virtual backgrounds very quickly became X-Wing fighters, and I brought the Sith Lord himself into some of my meetings, trying to think that this is going to be fun. But what happened is I thought I could bring in some really cool Jedi mind tricks, and oh geez, completely wrong characters here. Apologize for that. The Jedi mind tricks in order to go ahead and have a lot more fun. Or maybe I can tunnel through this VPN connection and understand what my clients were asking for. Well, guess what? That didn't happen. Very quickly, we all got tired of that as well, and it was back to the drawing board. So come August, I was really doing some research around the web to see what my friends and my peers were doing, and I saw some neat little videos. There's this guy that was going through, and he made it all look like he was behind a news desk. And hey, this is I could capture the essence of Stephen Colbert or some of your favorite newscasters, and I can make it fun and we can have this conversation. But you know what? That didn't do much for me either. So very quickly I realized, what now? Am I really running out of ideas? And you know what? Everyone was just doing gimmicks. I wanted the gimmicks to stop. I really wanted to get into the psychology of real remote meetings and how to host them. So getting rid of all of our gimmicks, the reason that we struggle with remote meetings is how we attend them and how we present information. I call this the regurgitate and throw up method, where we're going to just overwhelm people with information, or the classic poor online remote meeting. Here's hundreds of slides and I'm just going to read exactly what's on there. Come on, we need a better methodology than that. In most of these instances, our customers comprehend and process the information, but what we're not realizing is there's no long-term memories being made. And what happens is all of us suffer between 5 to 7 meetings a day, which is about 150 to 200 meetings a month. But I've done the surveys. I've talked to over 1,000 people. Most people struggle to remember more than 5 meetings in a month. So last month, 5 meetings, maybe 3 meetings the month before. So if you attended 200 meetings, you know what's that famous saying? If a tree fell, no one was there to hear it, did it make a sound? I'm asking you, if you attended hundreds of meetings, you don't remember anything, did the meeting happen? Food for thought. So I remember a time we're going to tell our kids, hey, we used to go face to face. We used to get on a plane, and I used to be able to show information, pick up a pen, build a tactile and an emotional connection in a live meeting. I know it sounds hard to believe, but that to me was your brain on stories. Rich landscape of information, sensory information like colors, sounds, movements, all sorts of things goes in to building this memory out. It's like reading a good book. I very clearly remember what happened, why it happened. And to me, that's the difference. We're all trying to figure out how to make hybrid work. But look, productivity is a low bar. All of our teams, everyone is productive. We get emails out, I can go ahead and send information out, but we're not engaging anyone. It doesn't really matter. And there's a couple of problems with the way that we present information. So when you think about it, our PowerPoint slide deck was designed to be a visual aid. You connect with me as the individual. I'm the one who gives context. But these days, PowerPoint completely takes over, and I'm expecting you to connect with this information. And that doesn't actually happen naturally. Most people disconnect. So the second thing that happens is we're visual learners, and we're forgetting about that. Visual learners, because I don't remember the stat exactly, but I believe some 90% of your brain's processing power goes towards what you see. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. So we can't diagram anymore. We can't go ahead and pull up information and circle. I can't underline or highlight. I can't actually tell you that this is the price or draw attention to the problems that I'm actually having. So to me, a lot of our tools, like if you think about it, I graduated engineering in the late 90s. My first job, I was on MSN Messenger. Remember that? These days I'm Slack. Back then I used to use Skype. Now I'm on Teams. So nothing has changed. What Reactiv lets you do is it allows you to be completely nonlinear, bring up any information you want, illustrate your ideas and be super visual, and elevate your present. Don't let the video conference tool control how you look and how you're perceived. Understand that you are as important as the information that you're presenting. So I would love to hear from you. What are the challenges that you're facing? What are the best practices that you're using? Please, let's have a conversation because I'd like to learn from you. Thanks again for listening.